You know when the end is coming.
He works hard. He runs off the ball. It's an art running off the ball. You know, people want to...
He's a new coach. Nobody knows him.
I mean, obviously we didn't know too much about him.
The single most obvious change under Slot from what we saw under Jurgen Klopp.
I think the calmness in...
Now, if you want to beat a team like Atletico, which
What do you do when you have to replace a legend when the entire football world is watching, waiting for you to fail? Arne Slot had the answer, and it changed everything. This is the untold story of how Liverpool's most unexpected signing became their most successful coach in years. The narrative I'm going to tell you today seemed unattainable only a few months ago. Can you believe that a Dutch coach who wasn't very well known took over for Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool and won the Premier League in his first season? Doesn't it sound like a movie? But that is what happened to Arne Slot in the 2024-25 season. Take a break and let me tell you everything about this wonderful story. Discover how an individual who received little attention managed to propel Liverpool back to the pinnacle of English football. When Klopp said he was leaving Liverpool at the conclusion of the 2023-24 season, it shocked everyone. He'd spent 9 years with the team, achieved significant victories, and forged a unique bond with the supporters. How can you find someone to take the place of a legend like that? Liverpool's board didn't spend any time going after Arne Slot, who was doing an impressive job at Feyenoord. On May 20th, 2024, Arne Slot was named Liverpool's head coach. The Dutchman came to Liverpool after doing well at Feyenoord, where he won the Eredivisie in 2022-23 and the KNVB Cup in 2023-24. But let's be honest, a lot of folks didn't truly know what Slot does. The man was 45 years old and had played professionally as a midfielder. He had played in more than 400 games in his career, but as a coach, he was still trying to prove himself. Arend Martin Slot was born in Bergen-Theum on September 17, 1978, and grew up there. There was a lot of pressure. It wasn't easy to find a replacement for Klopp, but what really impressed about Slot's story is the way the guy stayed calm. From the start, he exuded a confidence that spread to others. He knew exactly what he was going to do and was usually cool during interviews. Now we get to the most interesting aspect of the story, how Slot changed Liverpool's tactics. The guy didn't come in and change things, he was smart and preserved a lot of what worked, but he added some special touches that made a big impact. Slot's philosophy is built on certain, very distinct ideas: heavy pressing, quick ball retrieval, and quick vertical transitions. But the main difference was how he set up the midfield, especially in the renowned Zone 14. Which is the space between the defense and the other team's midfield. The most impressive thing about Slot's work is how he made the team able to change tactics. Liverpool could change their formations during games, although they mostly played a 4-4-2 configuration on offense, which puzzled their opponents. Some teams just run around without thinking about it. It was smart pushing, with everyone knowing when to press and when to fall back. And when they got the ball back, the transitions were deadly, swift, direct, and effective. Then came the 2024-25 season. Wow, what a great start. Liverpool became the first Liverpool manager to win 8 of his first 10 league games when they beat Brighton and Hove Albion 2-1 in November last year. From September to January, the guy didn't lose any of his 24 matches, which was a record-breaking start. Imagine the situation: a new coach, a lot of pressure, and the team working together in a strange way. It wasn't by chance, it was a job well done. What really stands out is that Slot guided Liverpool to Premier League triumph on his first try, winning the 2024-25 title with 4 games left. Winning the title with 4 games left, that's total control. There were also tough times during the season. Nottingham Forest's early loss revealed that things wouldn't always go well, but Slot knew how to learn from these losses. He did a great job of keeping the team motivated all season long. At first, the Liverpool fans were a little hesitant, which is reasonable, right? But they immediately fell in love with the Dutchman's work. It wasn't just because of the outcomes, it was because of how the squad played, how well they were organised, and how controlled their intensity was. One thing that really stands out about Slot is how he leads. Klopp was more emotional and explosive, which worked great for him. Slot, though, he's different. He's quiet, intelligent, and sure of his beliefs. The guys readily agreed with what he said. It's not simple to win over a group that was used to working in a different way, but the Dutchman did it. And you know why? He did this because he respected what worked and made changes where they were needed. His first campaign as a manager, which won him the LMA Manager of the Year award, also included an appearance in the Carabao Cup final, although the Reds lost. Well, they made it to the Carabao Cup final too. The guy was serious. What I find most impressive is how he was able to make sure that everyone knew exactly what to do at work. No yelling, no extra drama, just serious job done effectively. One of the best things about this season was seeing how some guys changed while playing for Slot. He had a knack for getting the most out of every player, no matter what position they played or what their past was like. I won't lie, a lot of people weren't sure if the players would be able to adjust to the new approach at the start of the season. It was a completely established system that Klopp had worked on for years, but Slot did a great job of making the change. He kept Liverpool's fighting spirit but added tactical aspects that made the team even more dangerous. The players quickly saw that they could believe what the new coach said. And what happened? He joined Liverpool in 2024 and won the Premier League title with them in his first season there. Liverpool won their second Premier League title in a row, and it was the coach's first game. Numbers tell an amazing tale, so let's talk about them. When asked about his goals, Slot didn't say he wanted to win the title. Instead, he said he wanted to build from what we have, which means he wants to do better than the 82 points that put Liverpool in third place last season. In other words, the individual came in humble, with no crazy promises, just saying he wanted to get better. And wow, did he get better! From 82 points and third place to Champions League, with games to spare the next season. Liverpool was incredibly consistent during their title run. It's not funny to lose only a few games in a whole Premier League season. To do that, you need a team that is in great shape, both physically and mentally. And don't forget, he was a first-time Premier League boss when he performed all of this. Anyone could have given in to the pressure, but Slot, he showed he was ready for it. When we talk about coaches, we frequently forget to include how they affect people off the field. Slot was able to make the whole club feel good, from the players to the staff. At first, the fans were a little unsure, which is common after an idol leaves, but they rapidly gave in to the Dutchman's work. It was impossible not to fall in love with Liverpool when they played like that, dominating games, making opportunities, and being excellent on defense. But what really impresses me is how he stayed grounded all season. Even though he was almost sure to win the title, the guy kept working like he was trying to avoid being relegated. This story of Slot at Liverpool teaches us a lot of crucial things. First, the choice that isn't always evident is occasionally the best one. The board took a gamble on him because they saw something extraordinary in him. Second, there isn't one right way to be a leader. Klopp was one approach, and Slot was another. Both worked great in their own time and in their own way. Third, modern football rewards players who can be tactically smart without sacrificing who they are. Slot's Liverpool kept the club's usual intensity, but added layers of finesse that made a big difference. In his first season as manager of Liverpool, Arne Slot led the team to a record 20th top-flight title. But what did the Dutchman do to get them to become league champions? 20 titles in the top level. Liverpool and Manchester United now have the same number of English titles. And to think this happened in Slot's first season, it's really incredible. But the awards aren't the most important thing, it's the base he made for the future. Liverpool is a team that can compete at the highest level for many years because it has a clear structure, identity, and way of doing things. The question now is whether Slot can keep this up. The first year is important, but what makes a coach successful is being able to validate the work. There are a lot of signals that say yes, the man was mature, smart about tactics, able to lead, and most significantly, humble enough to keep learning. Liverpool fans have every cause to be hopeful. It looks like they've finally found someone who knows how to get the most out of the team and understands the spirit of the club after years of ups and downs. We need to talk about something crucial now. There were hints of huge signings like Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz in the original research. But if we looked into it more, it looks like these are just rumors or possible targets for the future, not genuine signings for 2024-25. What's more amazing about Slot's accomplishment is that he mostly worked with the same players and made them better, both psychologically and tactically. That makes his accomplishment even more impressive. He didn't require a comprehensive revamp, he just needed smart management and clear tactical implementation. Let's go into more detail about why Slot's tactical approach worked so well. The man didn't make the wheel new, but he made it better. His pressing mechanism was better organized than what we'd seen before. Everyone on the team knew what they had to do, what would set them off, and what their job was. When Slot was in charge, Liverpool's transition from defense to attack was like beauty in motion. Quick vertical passes, smart runs by players, and the well-known Zone 14 exploitation that made defenders panic. The team's capacity to change during games truly stood out. Slot could modify the team's strategy in the middle of a game without breaking their flow. That's what makes a coach genuinely great. Slot did something even harder than just coming up with strategies and getting results. He respected Liverpool's culture while adding his own. The fans didn't think they were watching a whole new team, they thought they were watching their Liverpool, but better. The players stayed focused and passionate, and the atmosphere at Anfield stayed electrifying. But everything felt more controlled and deliberate. That balance is quite hard to acquire. Arne Slot's narrative at Liverpool is about how the best revolutions are sometimes the ones that don't make a lot of noise. He didn't come promising the world, making a scene, or causing a stir. He showed up, did his job, acknowledged what was already good, maybe what needed to be better, and did what appeared impossible. His first season as manager, which earned him the title of LMA Manager of the Year, will go down in history as one of the best coaching debuts in Premier League history. And the best part, the sense that this is only the beginning. Liverpool found someone who knows more than just football. They know Liverpool. And that, my friends, it's worth a lot. That's it for today, everyone. I hope that you like learning more about this incredible story. Arne Slot showed that sometimes the simplest and best executed play is the finest one in football and in life. What did you think of this story? Did you think Slot would do this well from the start? Please leave your remarks below. Until next time, and remember what I always say about football, what appears impossible today might happen tomorrow. Liverpool by Arne Slot is proof of that.